Welcome, everyone. My name is Chelsea. I am the Director of Admissions here at Glenville State College in Glenville, West Virginia. This is one of our first times getting into the worldwide college tours, so we're excited to be here today. I'm just going to tell you a little bit about Glenville, and then I'll just turn it over for Q&A. We always feel like that's the best way to get the most information that you're interested in here at Glenville. So we try not to do all the talking. We like to hear from you as much as possible. And we'll go ahead and get started. So part of our admissions team, including myself, work directly with our international students. Ricky Butler, who is one of our admissions advisors, she is the other team member here in our office that will be working closely with any international students. She takes care of the application process, informing you of any requirements you need to meet for admissions, and just working with you throughout the whole entire application process, registration process, and then actually arriving here on campus. And then I am always there to support Ricky. I was an admissions advisor for 5 years before I came into the role of director, and I worked primarily with international students. And then Dr. Dwight Heester, he has been at Glenville for, I believe it has been 9 years now. He came from another institution where he ran the entire international program and really built that up. And they had the highest international student population in the state of West Virginia. So what he plays a role in is supporting the admissions process, making sure Ricky and I understand the different items needed, how to evaluate any of those needs, and then he actually evaluates your file and will create your I-20 for you that we will mail. He's also your contact on campus once you arrive, along with Ricky and I. So he is the keeper of all of your academics. So what he will do is he will actually make sure that you are doing your classes and making sure that you have all the classes you need. And every semester you'll check in with him and the two of us. So we have a question. You can go ahead and ask your question.
If you're gonna ask the question live, just remember to unmute and start your video.
Maybe he didn't mean to raise his hand.
Yeah, maybe we can just continue. And if you wanted to express the question, express it in the Q&A box and we can read it out.
Okay, so Dr. Heester will be a good contact for anything academic-wise. And then when you are nearing the end of your degree here at Glenville State College, he will work with you on your next steps, whether that is continuing in the United States, continuing in the education, or with a work placement. He will be your guide for that. So here at Glenville State College, we are a liberal arts college. So we have all the liberal arts areas covered. Two of our biggest degree programs fall under our business department and our criminal justice department. Our business department does have all of the integrated marketing, business management, sports management, the computer sciences, and we are working on expanding that as well. We also have accounting, and currently we are offering a bachelor's or an associate's program in business management completely online. So we do offer that to students anywhere in the world, anywhere in the US. If they would rather get a degree from home, we do offer that in our business management. Our second largest degree is our criminal justice degree, which we have a concentration in field administration, or field forensics, and administration. And both of those are also offered completely online as an associate's or a bachelor's degree. We have education and health, and what that pertains to is our education program with any education that anyone is interested in becoming a teacher here in the United States or even anywhere in the world. We do have the degrees for that. So the health portion of that is geared more towards our health promotions degree, which is more tailored to a office setting in a health field, health office, doctor's office, anything like that. We have exercise science, which we are tied with Marshall University in West Virginia, and you can complete your master's in athletic training after completing an exercise science degree here at Glenville State College. In our fine arts programs, we have music education. We have music based on vocals, instrument specific. We do have a bluegrass program. And we also have like the tech side of it. So anything with performance production, music production, anything like that, we do have that side of it as well. We also have art. And with the art, it's kind of wide open. We allow our students to kind of decide which path they want to take. So in your art classes, you are given a specific direction, but they don't dictate how you need to complete it. So if you're more interested in video, whatever project they're giving you, you can tailor that into a video rather than having to draw or having to create a 3D art project. They're very wide open to letting you express yourself in your own way with your projects and assignments. In our land resources department, that is a very large department in the sense of many different areas to go into. So we have the criminal justice portion of land resources, which a lot of students use to go into natural resource management, into the like the DNR, so our game wardens that we have here at our national parks, outside of the state as well. They help with regulations on hunting and regulations on the wildlife in the area, as well as if there are any new species of plants. They identify anything going wrong or any new diseases through like trees or any other plants, or that might be affecting the animals in the area. So that entails a large range of careers. And then we also have our surveying, which is a 2-year and a 4-year degree. And what surveying helps here in West Virginia a lot is, you know, every large oil and gas job that is large, that's a big industry here, they need surveyors to make sure they can survey where they're allowed to be and where they're allowed to go with their job. So we train a lot of surveyors here on our campus. We also have the environmental science, which also ties into a DNR or an environmentalist that can do, you know, testing water, testing plants, trying to figure out if a new species is created, why, where it came from, how it will survive, and what effects it may have on the local area. So those courses are out at our Waco Center, which is our new basketball facility and volleyball facility that we have. It's beautiful. It was created in 2010, and they have their own little area out there to do all of their courses, their studies, and then right up behind that area is what we call our college farm. So we have about 360 acres worth of land that the college owns here that our students use for their lab courses. So inland resources, for example, they go out there almost every week so that they can get in the field experience. Our science and math department also takes part in using our college land with some of their biology classes, some of their chemistry classes even, so they are able to go outside and get field experience as well. Another thing that's in our science and math department is obviously chemistry, biology. We do have a pre-med, pre-dental, pre-pharmacy route that is highly successful here in the state of West Virginia. Right now, we have 100% acceptance rate into medical school from Glenville State College when a student is pursuing that. We have very small class sizes, especially in our science and math department. Due to the difficulty of the courses, there are a low number of students that will take the upper level courses. So that allows a lot of one-on-one time with our professors, and the students feel more comfortable going on to their graduate or doctorate programs from our school. We have language and literature, which is our English department. They also work with our students in creating our school newspaper. We do have English education and just English in general. We do have a minor in journalism. Any students in this degree program, they are highly encouraged to be a part of our student newspaper, which is getting revamped currently, mostly due to COVID. So they're doing a really good job with revamping that and getting it out to our students in different ways. And then we have our social science department. That department deals with our history and political science degree, which then could lead to a law degree. A lot of students use that in criminal justice to go into law school. And then we also have a history education degree that would fall under this department and our education department. And then we are newly changing our behavioral science degree to a psychology degree. I know right now a lot of students are leaning towards a mental health background due to the pandemic going on and just the mental health of this new generation coming in. It's a hot topic here. All of our class sizes are fairly small, so you're gonna know who's in your class, you're gonna know your professor, and they're gonna know you by name. So if you're interested in a smaller university, a smaller college, this is where you wanna be. Our professors definitely care about their students and making sure their students are successful. Sometimes they go beyond the classroom, so you will have personal contact with your professors. With us being in a very small area, you will see them often, either at sporting events, in the dining hall, anything like that. You'll see your professors a lot. They will know who you are, and they're there for you if you need anything. So here is a photo of our beautiful Waco Center that is from the court level. We are Division II athletics here in Glenville, and we are in the Mountain East Conference. So we do also have acrobatics and tumbling, as well as boxing, which do not fall under the NCAA. But here's a list of our men's and women's teams that we have here on campus. We also have the esports option for any students interested in esports, the computer gaming. We love to tie that in with our computer science degree. And our coach for that is also one of the coaches for the track and field team. So that has really kicked off, and they have their own arena that was just built downstairs from our office. They revamped what was our old bookstore and have really done a really good job. They're still working on it, so we don't have a final picture of what their area looks like, but it looks really awesome. On the right-hand side of this page, you can see the a small picture of our football field, our baseball field, and then a higher shot of our Waco Center. So if we have anyone on the call that's interested in athletics, I can definitely answer any of those questions for you. Primarily right now here at Glenville, majority of our international students are athletes. So we are working on gaining more non-athletic international students, but that is primarily our population right now. Here are some photos and just some event examples of what we do here on campus. Currently, right now, it is a little restricted due to COVID, as you guys can see. So trying to make sure everyone is able to space out properly, wearing masks, and all the hand sanitizing and everything like that. So it's been a difficult transition from our normal activities that we're able to host, which I'm sure everybody can relate to. But we do still try and do as much as we can for our students. There's something every day. Yesterday, they were giving cacti to students, and you were able to paint the planting dish that they go into for your room. So there's all kinds of different ones that they host, paint nights, tie-dye. We've done a luau for basketball games. And you can see the taco night. They do stuff for Halloween. We go all out for our holidays here. And then anything you're interested in, our student life office is always open to try different activities. And we really try to encourage all of our students to help with those activities, because we have students from all over the country, and then we are gaining in the amount of students we have from other countries. So we would love to do as many activities as we can so that students can learn about the different areas, the different cultures, the different places people come from, and what their life was like, or just to learn their culture. So we're definitely open to as much as possible. So the process for applications is obviously to just start and apply. And once you apply, Ricky will reach out to you and let you know that we have gotten your application and the next step for you to take. Obviously, we would love for you to be able to visit campus. Sometimes it's a little difficult, being the distance that you would need to travel. But we have a virtual tour of our campus as well that we would love to share with any of you that are interested. Here's an aerial shot of our campus. And then with the application process, we walk you through every step of the process. So we are available via text, email, and phone for any students that need assistance with the application process. I went ahead and created a screen for specifically for international recruitment. So these are the few things that you would need as an international student. The first three things right there under the application fee: the secondary education high school transcript, the bank statement, and the copy of your passport. Those three things are the most important for us to get you an I-20 issued. Once we have those, we can identify if you are going to be successful here financially and educationally, and then we will move forward with getting you an I-20 and helping you through the process of getting your visa completed. And then we will get you registered for classes shortly after that. This is also in our portal that we have created. There is an entire checklist for you, and it's a whole packet of more information related to Glenville and specific to our international students that Dr. Dwight Heester created from his past experience. Just key things that he thought were very important for students. So that's everything I have about Glenville specifically, other than anything you guys have questions about. So I'm going to turn it over and open it up for questions about anything related to Glenville, anything related to the admissions process, or just anything you guys have. So does anybody have questions for us? I see it. So the question is, are there any scholarships for a master's degree? Currently, we do not offer any master's programs here at Glenville State College. We are in the process of getting approved for 2 educational master's programs. So once that is done, I'm sure we will find out. Now, there are scholarships for an undergraduate degree here at Glenville. We do have our merit-based scholarships. And we have an international leadership scholarship that is specific for international students. So you could get up to $4,000 in scholarships as an international student here at Glenville. We do not have, the question is there a talent scholarship at Glenville? No, we do not have a talent scholarship, and we don't require a talent requirement. The only degree program that does any sort of auditions would be our music program. Are there any other questions or specific areas you would like more information about? I can try and help as best I can if I don't know for sure. Okay, so the question is, please provide more information about our political science programs. So we do have, right now we have a behavioral science program, but it is revamping into our psychology program. So what that will entail is anything psychology, wanting to become a psychologist, or anything like that, you will do your undergrad here. So taking a lot of psychology courses about you know, your mental capacities, like everything with the mental side of the medical field. We have a professor here, Dr. Walborn. He's older, but he has some great stories, and he definitely makes class interesting. And he has actually written a book on his experiences working in a mental health institution. And it's a lot of students on our campus really enjoy his classes. And then also we have the political history and political science degree, which focuses on the politics and the political science, which a lot of students use as an undergrad to go into law school at that point. If you have specific questions, let me know. My information is in the portal, and I will get you in contact with any of those professors in that degree program if I wasn't able to answer your questions fully in that area. Does your institution offer a full scholarship? We do not offer full scholarships here as an academic scholarship. There are a few, very few full scholarships in athletics that can be offered to any potential athlete, but as academic scholarships, we do not have full rides. And then what is the fees for? Okay, so here at Glenville, currently we are adjusting our fees and tuition. And right now for an international student, it is the same cost as our out-of-state students. We have reduced that price. So for one semester living on campus, taking a full course load, you are looking at $9,948 for the semester. Does Glenville have a men's volleyball team? Unfortunately, we do not. We do have a women's team. Right now, there are only 2 other schools in our conference that have a men's volleyball team, but that is not something that is off the table in our athletic department. There's always discussion of new teams, new programs, so it's not that we will never have it, but currently, no, we do not. So while you guys are thinking of a few more questions, I'll just touch on COVID-19 and a few things we are doing here at Glenville. We, in the fall, did not have a single case of COVID on our campus for the first 3 months of students being back on campus, which we were one of the last schools in the state to be able to say that. And what we have done to take steps to protecting our staff, students, and our faculty is when students moved in the fall, we tested them with a rapid test and a PCR test to make sure that we could identify anyone that possibly could be positive. And we made sure we had a facility that students that were positive could go for quarantine purposes if they were unable to return home. So we have done everything we can to make sure our campus stays as safe as possible. We eliminated one of our breaks for the spring semester so that they can finish a little bit early, but also we eliminate the risk of them traveling and coming back to campus and potentially having COVID. So we also tested the students in the spring before they came back on campus. And so far we have been lucky enough that we have nobody in quarantine currently. So we're one of the model schools here in the state of West Virginia on how to respond to COVID during this crisis and keeping campus safe as possible. Is Glenville located on a city, suburban, rural? We are very rural. The state in general is very rural, but there are a few city areas in this state, Morgantown, Charleston, Huntington, and in the Eastern Panhandle. But where we are in the heart of West Virginia, right in the middle, and we are about 15 miles from the interstate, which sounds far, but it is not once you're here. But we are located beautifully between 2 mountains, and we have a lot of opportunity due to that. So we do have an outdoor adventure program that we are currently revamping that was here when I was a student here. And what we used to do and what we're going to continue doing is letting students experience everything this state has to offer due to not having the city or suburban life. So not having a mall every 10 to 20 miles and all that stuff. We have a lot more to offer that is very eye-opening for a lot of our students, especially from just the rest of this country even. So we will take them to Fayetteville, West Virginia, that has the New River Gorge, which is very newly one of our national parks, deemed a national park now, and it has a outdoor recreation center. So you can go rock climbing, rock rappelling, you can do whitewater rafting, you can do kayaking, there's camping availability. They have a zip lining course. You can basically do anything outdoors. There's hiking trails all over the place. Here, very close to us, we have an area called Cedar Creek that has a couple ponds that our students like to go and fish. And there's hiking over there. A few of our science classes will go over there and use the creek to do studies for biology. They'll study the water and the organisms that are in the water that you don't see until you put them under a microscope. One thing I did not touch on was our safety here on campus. We are extremely safe. We do have our public safety officers on duty 24/7. So they are patrolling campus. Our campus is not very large, so you'll see them at the dorms in the evenings when and at night when there's nobody else on campus after they've done their rounds and locked up buildings. They'll primarily sit down at our residence hall in the lobby that we have here on campus, just to make sure that, you know, nothing happens. And we have a very low crime rate, if there's any at all, if you can even rate crime here where we're at. So it is a very safe environment for our students. How much of a TOEFL score do we need for this college? We require a 65 still, I believe, for the TOEFL. But if you have taken English in high school, or even if you've taken courses outside of high school that are English and you have done well in them, we waive the need for a TOEFL. Thank you for your questions. If you guys have any questions after this session is over, feel free to reach out. We're always here to answer questions and get any students to Glenville that we can. We love meeting new students here and working with you to get you through the whole application process. So if you have questions, and the portal is all of my information, and you can reach out to me and I can get you connected with the correct people on any questions you guys might have. A minimum score in what? So I am not familiar with that test currently. We've never had a student need to take that test. So I would have to get back with you on that answer. Dr. Heester would be way more familiar with that. But I have not been given any information about that. I'm sorry. Okay, so your minimum GPA, is that what you're meaning? We are an open enrollment institution. So depending on your GPA will determine just one of two things. If you are below a 2.0 GPA, then we would put you into our associate's program for your first semester. And as long as you pass that semester, you would go right back into a 4-year degree. But if you're above a 3.0, then you go directly into our 4-year program with no problem. Thank you. I'm glad I was able to help. Oh, awesome. Indonesia, great. Are you looking to, what are you looking to study? Okay, a robot. Okay, awesome. We don't have that here at Glenville. We are trying to work towards a more robotic, maybe a club, maybe is what we're looking at first before we figure out what we need for that career path. So currently we don't have anything for that, but that is definitely the new thing here as well. So our institution does not offer courses related to international studies. Now we do have a program that our students can participate in for study abroad. So what they'll do is take courses for their degree program overseas. We did have some students that went to Germany, I believe, was the last place they were going before COVID hit. So we have sent students overseas to study internationally while completing a degree here at Glenville. But right now we don't have anything specific, any specific courses related to international studies. Dr. Dwight Heester teaches our integrated marketing. And I know he touches on international marketing, but I believe that may be the only area that touches on that. So the procedure for a law degree would be completing a 4-year degree here at Glenville State College. And we offer it in 3 different areas. You can go into our criminal justice program. and get a 4-year degree in criminal justice. You can get a 4-year degree in English, or you can get a 4-year degree in history and political science, are 3 main routes that we have students choose from that want to pursue a law degree. Once you graduate from Glenville, you would then be applying to graduate school. We have a lot of students go on to WVU, West Virginia University, for their law program. So you would take the test for the law program, and then you would apply, and your professors here would help you through that entire process. But you would graduate from Glenville State College with a 4-year degree before you would move on to a law program. So the Cse program, I am not familiar with. Is it pertaining to computer science? Is that what you're looking for? Okay, so yes, we do have a computer science degree here at Glenville. We do have it for digital design, and we have it for you could go to the side of security. So you could really do whichever pathway you would like, but yes, we do. We do not have engineering courses currently, unfortunately. We have struggled to get that degree up and running here. We've been working on that portion, and even just an undergraduate to go into a engineering master's. But we're currently working on that one and our nursing program. So what majors are here at the university? We have an abundance of majors and pathways here at Glenville State College. And if you check out glenville.edu, there will be an entire list of actual majors that fall under every single degree department or academic department that I touched on a little bit earlier. If you have any specific questions, feel free to send me an email, and I'll definitely link you to the specific area you need to go. Yeah, you could do that. You could focus in computer science, and then I'm not familiar with what training or background is needed for robotic programming specifically, but we do have the programming portion of our computer science program that may be able to help you with that. I know we've had a lot of students go through the computer science program, and one year we had a student actually win a competition building a computer inside of a fish tank, a working computer inside of a fish tank. And we've had other students create video games and design video games. So that definitely could be on the right track. Yeah, so if you like, go ahead and apply, and we'll try and get you hooked up with Dr. Heester. He is the chair of our business department, and he'll be able to link you with the correct faculty members for more answers or more information about any of that. So yes, we do have scholarships for international students. We do offer our merit scholarship to them, to you all, as it will relate to your high school GPA. And if you take the ACT or SAT, but if not, it doesn't matter. We will solely go off of GPA. You can get up to $2,000 with just a GPA in that scholarship. And then we have a international leadership scholarship that, as long as you are in some leadership role, we will give you $1,000 scholarship for that. So our merit goes all the way up to $4,000, and our cap for international scholarship is $4,000. Great. We look forward to working with you. So to apply, if you are unable to apply online, we do have an online application that is available to any students through our web page, or I did upload a PDF of our application that you can fill out by typing on your computer. That is in our portal that we have, and I made sure to upload that. So if you are unable to do the online application due to inability to be able to get on the internet or reach our website for any reason, you can go to the portal and get our PDF application. You can fill that out, like I said, by typing, and then just save it and email that to the admissions office or myself personally, which my email is in the portal for this session as well. So either way, you can fill out the PDF, or you can go online to glenville.edu, and up in the right-hand corner, it'll have an apply now, and you can just click that and it'll take you to the online application. So if you have a student exchange certificate, you will still have to go through the process of getting an F1 visa to be in the United States for education, for higher education. So you could send us a photo of your student exchange certificate for verification purposes, but we would still send you an I-20, and you would still go through the process of getting your F1 visa to come to the United States and study here. So you'll graduate high school in 2023? So how many students do we have? We have about 1,500 students that take courses here on our campus. Residential students, we have roughly 800 students that reside on campus. So we are a fairly small campus. But if that's what you're looking for, it is very nice. It is a very nice atmosphere, very homey atmosphere. So you do feel comfortable here. And we like to say this is your home away from home. And it definitely feels that way because you will know who your other students are. You'll know, even if you guys are not friends personally on a very tight level, but you will know who they are. You will have seen them, if not in class, across campus, in the cafeteria, something like that. So we are not very large, but we think that is a pro for our campus. So the scholarships, since you missed the first time, we do have international scholarships available. We have a leadership scholarship for international students that totals to $1,000. And the only requirement for that is that the student is in a leadership position on campus. So that can mean a multitude of different things. And we would help that student identify what leadership opportunity they would like to pursue for that scholarship. We also have our merit scholarship, which goes off of your GPA and or test scores, ACT or SAT test scores if you take them. Those two tests are not required for admissions, but they could help you gain more scholarship monies. So that scholarship with both a GPA and test score, you could get up to $4,000. But right now with just a GPA, you would reach the maximum of $2,000 depending on your GPA. We do max the total amount of scholarship for all students, really. And the cap for international students is $4,000 total. So our scholarships are always updated on our webpage. Anytime changes are made due to our administration, there is a lag in updating, but everything should be updated on our Glenville State College website. So you could head there for any more information, or feel free to email the admissions office or me directly if you have any specific questions. So it depends on what varsity team you're looking to connect with. That is on a coach by coach basis. They set those requirements. So if you have any specific questions about a certain sport, I can definitely get you in touch with that coach and try and help you get those answers. If you do not have a visa or a passport, Dr. Heester and myself will work with you on that requirement. So what we would do is you will, once you get your visa, then you could just send us we will obviously make a copy of it once you're here with your stamp of entry. But prior to that, we may be able to figure something else out for identification purposes. Yes, that is correct. Glenville.edu. You're welcome. Thank you for asking questions. Okay, if nobody has any other questions, we will go ahead and wrap up. Thank you all so much for joining me today. And if you have any questions, my information is in the portal, and you can also get our information off of the website. Hope you all have a great evening.